Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. This is Damien at the Cheshire Cat Musings, and I've seen some interesting reactions to a relatively minor and innocuous tweet that Zia Yusuf put out this morning about flying the Union Jack and the flag of St George on all Reform UK controlled councils in England. I don't see anything wrong with this, and I don't think anybody in the right mind could see anything wrong with this. Only national flags should be flown on council buildings in the United Kingdom. Now, obviously, I'm not disingenuous, and I can take people at face value. So when he puts out a tweet like this, I know he means that the local flag in the local county will also be placed up when appropriate. And I also know that when they win councils in Scotland, it'll be the Saltire, the flag of St Andrew, and I also know that if it was in Wales and it was local Welsh councils, it would be the Welsh flag. Because I'm not stupid. It's completely obvious that that would be the case. And obviously, if the monarch ever visited these local councils, it would be the Royal Standard, which is the standard of precedence in the United Kingdom, even above the Union Jack. This is obvious to all, this is obvious to many. The leftists aren't happy because they can't have their trans-pride flags being flown anymore. And some of the political class, well, most of the political class, Labour, Tories, are not taking this tweet at face value. They're taking it at a political point scoring level. So we had a Tory wet, Tom Tugendhat, say, well, this is the Kent flag. 2,000 years of history with the Kent flag. You're denying our history. No, they're not. You're being a disingenuous fuckwit. Let's just be honest, that's exactly what you're being, pardon the language. And then you look at other things that they're going to be doing, which is triggering all the right people again. We're sure Narinder Kaur and other race bases will be thrilled with these. They're going to be scrapping all DEI jobs, and you're going to be hired on merit alone. They're going to be cutting waste. If memory serves, the local councils are mostly controlled by central government in spending. I think they've got about 25 to 30% of the budget to play with. There's still a heck of a lot of money to be playing with. And they're going to be blocking illegals from being housed in their controlled councils. Normally, you've got local council, and local council would be in lockstep with the central government of their stripe. Reform hasn't got central government control, so they're not going to be in lockstep. So when your Labour councils or your Tory councils, which is getting the migrants dumped on them and not taking the money to house them and whatnot, Reform can do something different. Hotels, for example, if they're not open to the public, these cease to be hotels. Reform UK are going to use that to their advantage, and they can delay and they can frustrate the will of central governments. The only thing that they need to look out for potentially is central government being vindictive and cutting funding to Reform UK controlled councils. That would be my warning, and that would be my advice to the leadership of Reform UK, but I'm sure they're well on top of that. And then finally, we had Andrea Jenkins, the new mayor of Lincolnshire, over the weekend saying, well, these migrants shouldn't be housed in hotels. They should be housed in tents, encampments with a bottle of water, much like they get in France or other countries on the continent. No benefits, no money. If the incentives aren't here for the migrants to break into the country, then they surely would stop coming. Reform UK, they're not perfect. They do misstep on occasion, and I will call them out as a Reform member. But when they're doing stuff like this, we need to jump on the train or get off the tracks, in my view. Now, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.